What I will do is say to someone who's objecting to electricity pylons going across the field near their house, sorry, they've got to be built. We've got to get the economy moving. If you're worried about huge new housing development, sorry, that has got to be built. Are you prepared to make enemies to make the economy grow?
Yes. We're going to have to be tough. We're going to have to change the way things are done. I'll give you one short example. I won't take long, but it makes my point. I spoke to the CEO of an energy company, say, how long would it take you to put a wind turbine farm up? He said, I could do it in 2 years. He said, you wouldn't get any power out of it for 13 years because I'd lose 5 years to planning, another 6 or 7 years before the grid connected. We cannot go on like that.
Let me give you another example, if I could.
Decisions.
Sorry to rush you, but there's quite a lot to get through. Are you willing to make enemies on Brexit? Any business, big business, will say to you, if you want to grow the economy, get rid of those barriers, or at least minimise those barriers. Now, to do it, you're going to have to look at people who voted leave and say, look, I'm sorry, we need to get closer to the EU to grow our economy.
Well, Nick, we obviously had a referendum on this. I campaigned to remain, I voted to remain, but the vote was to leave. We've left, and we're not going back into membership of the EU.
You're not that keen on growth.
The single market, the
but you're
customs
not that
union.
keen on growth, then.
Well, 2 or 3 things about that, Nick. The first is, I do think we can do better than the botched deal that we got under Boris Johnson. I think every business thinks that. So if there are businesses that are watching this, yes, I hear what you say about the barriers to trade, and we are going to do something about that. But the second thing, and I think this is important, is if you look at the problems for growth over the last 14 years, they were there, or many of them were there, before Brexit. So the idea that the sort of single silver bullet is simply the relationship with the EU is not something I accept.
But you're willing to
planning,
take people on.
Industrial strategy, skills, these are all issues that are there, have been there, and we need to grapple with.